Okay, so welcome to the video. I'm gonna show you how we run DM systems for our own agency and how we book literally an appointment every single day through all of these channels. So this is only the DM system. Now I'm going to show you the results that we've been getting through this system just so I can establish some credibility with you and so you can see what I'm talking about really. So what you can see right here are some of the positive replies we've been getting in the last week, in the last 2 weeks, I believe. And all of this ended up converting into an appointment. And then we have some statistics on Calendly specifically from this exact system. And it works extremely well. It's it's probably one of the best things you can do if you're running an agency below 10K a month and you want to scale it up to 10K, right? So it's probably one of the best things that's on the path that I am right now. And it's working, I would say, better than expected. Now, these are the results just to, establish some credibility. Now, I'm going to walk you through the social platforms, how you need to optimize your profiles, and what you need to do next. So, the Instagram, this is the one that we're running right now, and the LinkedIn is also it's the best one. But the Facebook we're not running right now because it's not relevant to our niche, and I don't like Facebook, just to tell you plainly. So for Instagram, you're going to follow 50 to 100 owners on everyday basis, and you're going to send them the message once they follow you back. Now you can also send messages to people that don't follow you, and you're only following them, but it's gonna be a bit more risky about getting your account flagged. So I wouldn't really suggest doing that, but you can do it at your own risk. If you have spare accounts or something, you can always do that. And then for the LinkedIn system, the best system so far, I it's my favorite. You're gonna send about 20 to 30 connection requests to your niche every single day. But to Facebook, you're going to add 50 new friends every day. Very simple. And about 20 to 30% are going to add you back on LinkedIn. Same goes for Instagram. I don't know for Facebook. I've ran it only once and I didn't like it. But for some niches, I know it's going to be very good. And then the Instagram system. Basically, this is how you need to optimize your profile. As you can see, it looks like my personal profile. I have some personal life pictures right here. My bio is work at ActiScale, my location, and then just a random quote. And then, the username is just Alex.biz, right? So it's just something random. And it needs to look like it's your personal profile. Now on Instagram you can scale this, you can create multiple profiles. On LinkedIn really you can't, you need to hire VAs. So it's Instagram is more scalable, but LinkedIn is you're going to get most of your appointments if you're just starting out here. Now the profile optimization is a bit more complex. So you can see, I mean, I have a clear profile picture here. I have more funny one, but here I have a more professional profile picture with a nice banner. And you can see this is how you need to optimize your LinkedIn account. It's a bit more complex, but for your headline, you're going to just put something like this, just label it for your company and for your niche. And then the website, you're just gonna add your website or your Calendly link, whatever. And then you're going to add your phone number, verify your LinkedIn profile with your ID, very important. If you don't do that, you might get restricted if you don't have an aged account. And then the education, inside the education, you can put basically whatever you want. If you went to, university or high school or whatever, you can put basically anything. I mean, I wouldn't suggest it, but you can also lie. It can get your appointment booking rate up. So do with this information what you want. I'm not doing that, but you can. And then the about section, you're going to just put something brief about your company. I have this also on my website, so I just copied it from there. But I just explain about what I do, who I help, what's my ICP. That's basically it. And then you're going to create your company profile. Very simple. You can look this up on YouTube. I mean, you're probably not stupid. You can just figure this out on your own. It's going to take you literally 2 minutes. And then add featured links. So if you have multiple links, maybe you have a funnel and also website and also Calendly or Go High Level. You're just going to add multiple links right here in the featured links. And then posts, very important, right? So people are going to look through your posts, specifically on LinkedIn. So you're going to repost some big creators in your space. Maybe for me, it's Harmozy. I have some posts reposted from him. It's Charlie Morgan, also another one, Gary Vee, and I also have my own posts, right? But if you're maybe in the gym niche, you're going to repost. Also, you can do Alex Hormozy, or you can maybe do Sibam, whatever, right? There's a lot of potential here. You can do your own content, even get more connections because people are going to connect with you back. But that's basically that's how you optimize your LinkedIn account. This is the first part about this system, really. Now, what I'm gonna walk you through right now is gonna be the really the sequence, right? How this whole system looks like from the bird's eye view. So I just have to delete this. I don't know why this is still here. But basically, I'm gonna walk you through this sequence that we're using right now on LinkedIn and on Instagram. So once the people in your niche they connect with you back, you're gonna send them a permission selfie video, and if they give you the permission, which I would say one out of 10 times they will do that. You can see the KPIs about 10%. That's what we're getting right now. So every 10th lead, we're just gonna give you a permission 100% because if you're running it through our process and you follow all of the scripts right here and using our metric sheet, you're going to get about 10% of positive reply rate, and they're gonna say, yeah, you can send it to me, and then you're gonna send them the evergreen VSL, which you can also do in text format. We're testing it right now if the text works better because it's easier to read than to watch 2-minute video. So then you're gonna send them your offer, and then if they don't reply, you're gonna follow up with them 8 times. Now this is absolutely necessary. If you don't do that, you're not gonna get results. I don't even know what you're looking for if you're not gonna do that. If you're not comfortable spamming people, this is at the end of the day, this is outbound, right? And then highly interested leads are gonna be the one that ask for your Calendly or ask you to book a call. And you're also, if they don't reply after you send them the Calendly, you're just gonna follow up with them 8 times. So if somebody is just if they just don't reply, maybe we're gonna have to reply and follow up 16 times at the end of the day. But it is what it is. This is outbound, and then you're gonna get a book call at the end of the day if you follow this sequence. So to walk you through the scripts and the templates, this is how they look like. So first, I'm gonna show you basically our script, what we're using right now, and you can kind of model it off for your niche. So it's a selfie video. I just record every single one personally, because I have my own LinkedIn profile. I'm only connecting with proper people, and I just send them a personal video to every single one of them. You can also record an evergreen video. I wouldn't suggest it because it's gonna get your KPIs down by about 40 to 50%, but you can do it at your own risk. Maybe if you are running the system on the side and you have another low, like maybe you're doing cold calling and this is your complementary system, you can record an evergreen video. But if you're not, I would just suggest recording every single one personally. And this is what I said. I'm gonna read this out for you. Hey, it's Ane. I just wanted to record this personal video because you reminded me of a client we're working with right now. His name is Alex from the UAE, and we're getting about 61 sales meetings every single month without running ads on a complete commission basis. Let me know if I can send you a bit more info over. Just send me a thumbs up or something, and we'll be in touch. So this is how I say it. This is what I do, and that's how I'm getting about 5% appointment booking rate, even sometimes on LinkedIn. And then if they say yes, by the way, if they do watch the video and they don't reply, but they do watch it, this selfie video, you can follow up with them 2 times. There's no harm. Um, it really depends on how much time you have, right? But if you can get a VA or if you have a lot of time, you can do that. And then once they say, I'm interested, send me more info, what's your pricing, whatever bullshit they're asking you, you're going to send them this message. This is what we do right now. You're going to say, solid, let me send over some more info. And then you're going to record this loom. Now, this loom is evergreen. You don't have to create a personal loom every single time. Otherwise, this would be a complete mess. So what you're going to do is create this loom, and this is the framework for the mini pitch. I call it the mini pitch. So you're going to say thanks for the permission and introduce yourself. This is going to be maximum 30 seconds. And then you're going to go over your testimonials or case studies. This is going to take about 1 to 2 minutes. If you don't have case studies or testimonials, what you can do, there are 2 things really you can do. You can just talk about your offer. So if you're maybe helping home improvement companies get maybe 20 jobs, you can just talk about your guarantee, your money back guarantee or whatever, and then your pay after results things. You can do that. You can talk about your offer. Or let's take this example once again. You're in the home improvement niche, right? What you can do is you can go to Google and you can type, Facebook ads in home improvement niche results. And then what you can do is you can list out the companies that are getting results, and you can use it, I would say, just something like industry case studies, right? And then you're going to say this method is getting this crazy results for these people, and then you're going to just list out the companies. Now, sometimes they're going to misunderstand it and think you're getting these results, which is even better because you're going to get them on a call, which is ultimately what we want. This is outbound, and that's it. But at the end of the day, you're not doing anything illegal. You're just using industry case studies, which is completely legal, and you can maximize your appointment booking rate just like that. And then the call to action and wrap up, maximum 20 seconds. So you're just going to say, with confidence, how you want them to book a call with you. It's going to be very valuable. You're not going to sell them anything, which of course you will because you're a business owner and you want to make money. But you're going to say you're not going to sell them anything. You're just going to be confident in your ability to fix their problem. And that's going to be it. And this is, as I said, you don't need case studies. You can just include industry case studies. And then the follow-up examples, right? So as I was talking a lot about follow-ups in the sequence right here. Let me show you some examples, right? Now you of course you have to model it off because you can't just, monkey see, monkey do this shit. You're gonna have to model it off. So follow-up one is, hey, were you able to watch this video? And then the follow-up two, any thoughts? I'm sure you're crazy busy. Let me know if you watch the Loom. And then I've included some memes right here, which is very cool. I'm probably going to include that in the cold email. When I explain the cold email, I'm going to include how I create these memes. They're very cool. I was getting a lot of engagement from them. So you can just put your face in and it's gonna create these memes. You can see me waiting for you to book a call and find out, ignore this and stay stuck. The choice is yours, the Matrix meme. So you can do this. Now, this is how the system runs, right? You have the follow-ups, you have this evergreen VSL, you have the selfie permission pitch. So this is like a Trojan horse, right? You know the story where the Spartans went to Persians and they've put the Trojan horse and they've just ambushed them. So this is like you're sending them this and you're just sending them a pitch at the end of the day. But you seem genuine and everything, but you're not. And the last part is going to be the LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram template. So this is going to be the tracker. Let me walk you through this one. So what you can see right here, let me move the camera. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to see it. So you can see in this column right here, you are going to include the lead name. So if you're maybe reaching out to someone called John Doe, uh, you're going to just write John Doe and then include their LinkedIn profile or their Instagram profile. It depends. And you need this sheet, like this CRM has to be separate for every single platform. So this is where you include their information, and once they're engaged, you're going to basically include them in this columns right here, right? So let's say, in this couple of columns, we're getting some leads, and then only these to reply, I would move them here and then follow up on them and then fill out on the dates that I'm following up on them. So I'm sure you're not stupid. I'm sure you understand this. And then for the metrics, you're going to have to log them in manually, which is not a hard thing to do. And it's going to calculate manually it's automatically going to calculate your metrics, right? So the most important metrics are positive reply rate and appointment booking rate. Reply rate, I don't track that, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, I only care how many appointments I'm getting. Let's say we're sending out 20, messages a day, and then we're getting about, let's say, 5%, like 5 of these they reply positively, so we're getting a 25% positive reply rate, which is not very realistic, maybe if you know these people, but let's say just for the case of this, we're getting a 25% positive reply rate and then 2 of them booked in, so you're basically having a 10% appointment booking rate. And then for the notes, you can just include, what selfie video you've tested, what kind of copy you have tested, which leads you've been connecting with. That's what you can do there. So this is the metric sheet. I'm going to include it in the description of this video. You can just get it, make a copy, go right here and make a copy. Very simple. Now, the last part is the KPIs. So 5 to 10% positive reply rate and 1 to 3% appointment booking rate. So this is the entire DM system. This is how it looks like. Of course, it's not as detailed as it should be. If you were watching a course or something, but this is just a YouTube video. Of course, you can test a lot of stuff on your own. This is gonna probably be helpful for a lot of you. So thanks for watching. Have an amazing day.